Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading from the 5th to the 12th of December. You're last, but I'll do you first for your yearly reading, which I'm going to start to put out on the weekend. So I'll do you first, Scorpio, and it's a really interesting reading. It's actually reminding me of your December general reading. This is coming across as a relationship reading for many of you, but dealing with fear. Because your crowning card, you've got the 9 of Swords. So this, oh, it's really dark. I'm sorry. There's fear. There's a bit of anxiety here. This is about the shadow. This is rising up of everything that can go wrong in your life. All this, it's this fear. I think some Scorpio have got a lot of fear and anxiety about love because you pulled the 2 of Swords. It's so dark. I am really sorry. I'll try and pull the light forward a bit. I think there's many Scorpios who've got fear and anxiety around love, basically. Same as your general December reading. The bottom of the deck, you've got the 4 of Swords, so a lot of you are retreating. This is a peaceful card. It's almost 2 opposites. I think some Scorpios are choosing to retreat to do some healing on this fear, because your additional guidance card is new life, and you end the week on the Sun, the Fool, the Star and the 4 of Wands. So this is a whole new life. So I'm laughing, I don't mean to laugh, but something so incredible wants to be born in your life. And the way through it is through fear. And this is exactly the same as your December reading, basically. But it's moving, and that's the most important thing. Now, I want to talk about the 2 cards that you start the week with. You start with the Knight. It's so dark, I'm so sorry. Knight of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Now, traditionally, these are earth sign people, as you know, but I want to explain that. To actually predict the element of a card, you'd need to know every single one of the person's planets. They've got a Venus, they've got a Mars, they've got Ascendant, and they've got a Moon. I mean, I think personally for some Scorpios this is going to be an earth sign person. There's no way around it. But I don't want any of you to cut other people off who aren't earth signs. That's what I'm trying to say here, because, I mean, example is I'm water, but I've got a Capricorn ascendant. So often I come across, you can come across as both, really. But anyhow, to cut a very long story short, the characteristics of this person, they're going to be quite slow moving, for one thing. They don't do anything in a hurry. They're very practical, very secure, very safe, very grounded, if you understand what I mean. So very, very earthy people. But it does not mean that it's only the earth sign people. That's what I'm trying to say. It's life is so much deeper and complex than that. But to cut a long story short, some offer is being made. Some Scorpios are receiving an offer of love, but a very interesting offer of love when it's a pentacle. So it might be more love of it might be love that involves moving in together. It might be love from someone at work. It might be a very, very practical gesture. That's what I'm trying to say. So rather than someone coming, I don't think he's going to come with bringing loads of flowers and everything like that. It's more a practical gesture of love. But some Scorpios are definitely receiving that. And with this King, it's, oh God, it's so dark. But the King is very slow moving. He's on his throne. And that's what I can say about these. Both these signs are very dynamic, so they're the male energy, so the offer has been made to you. But don't discount other elements, that's what I'm trying to say. So many Scorpios are receiving this gift of love, which might come in a very practical manner, and it's causing an awful lot of fear, basically, and anxiety. So this Nine of Swords is saying a new life always comes with great fear, because we fear for our own security. We fear for, will we be safe? Will we be protected? Will we be stable? And I think this is what the fear is about. But there's definitely love being offered here. That is exactly what I'm seeing. It might not be the love that you're accustomed to receiving. And with that Two of Cups comes the Two of Swords. So there's some decisions to be made regarding the offer. I'm seeing this card in multiple ways. Because I think, you know, some people say, oh, she's blindfolded, she can't see. But I think this is about going within to find your own answers. Because if there's anyone who knows the answers, it's Scorpio here. You know the answers within you. There's no turbulence around this decision. You just feel a little bit at a crossroads. Some decision needs to be made regarding romance. There's no way around it. And it seems to be around practical matters. That's all I can say. There's something very practical regarding this romantic offer. So it could be about moving in together. It could be about starting a family together. Something that's going to involve commitment, because that's what the thing about the Pentacle cards. They're about commitment. They're not always about the elements. So please get that out of your mind. Pentacles come bearing a really big commitment. So they're very good, perfect if you want marriage and family and everything like that. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm sorry if this doesn't, I'm just trying to get my point across about the elements. It just doesn't work that way. And that's how you do the birth chart with your tarot and personal readings. But anyhow, we move on, Scorpio. Whatever you're being offered, look. I'm laughing to see these 4 cards together. I'm so happy for you. That's all I can say, because the fear and the torment you've gone through to get here has been immense. You're warriors, but you've got the Star card. Sorry about the dark. I'll do you first, as I said before. Faith, transparency. This is, you're willing to be vulnerable, basically, in this situation. And if you've got the Fool cards, you're no longer listening to your fears. The fear's a little dog barking in his ankle, saying, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But this Fool, whatever you're choosing to do, you're no longer listening to fear. You're willing to expose yourself. You're willing to be vulnerable, to be naked. This is about healing. It's about light after the dark. Traditionally, it comes after the Tower. So if you think about it, there's been something that's came and transformed your life, and the Star is everything becoming peaceful again. You're filled with faith, filled with vision for the future. And if it doesn't get better, it's right next to the Sun card. And the Sun card just gives life to everything. It doesn't discriminate. It loves, it gives life to rich, it gives, it gives life to poor, regardless of colour or creed. It just feeds every single one of us. It's a yes to whatever is on your mind. The outcome is absolutely positive. And it's it's paired with the Four of Wands, celebration card. This is marriage, pregnancy, crossing the threshold into a whole new life, basically. And this life is filled with warmth, vitality. You've healed so many of your fears. You don't want to remain hidden anymore, Scorpio. You're just not, it's like you've gone to the basement and put a big light on it. And all these old wounds that have been festering and destroying you are literally being healed. I have never quite seen anything like it. Well, I have seen something like it. But I see it this sort of reading is someone who's gone through something huge, like loads of psychotherapy, 12-step program, someone who's shone the light in all their old fears that have been keeping them small and trapped and stuck. And I've actually got goose pimples because I feel quite overwhelmed by it. And right at the core of it is peace. So I'm going to try and go back to this beginning again, and I'm really sorry if I'm not making sense, but I'm fed up. And for some people, it says it's going to be an earth sign, but it's not like that, okay? It's just very, it might be a more, you know, someone who doesn't come bearing flowers, they're much more earthy, much more slow moving, but everyone's got most of the elements in their birth chart, so we're all a mixture of all of them. So Scorpio, you could come across as a knight, but what you're focusing on is manifestation, on your vision, on work, on your career, yeah, on looking after yourself, health and well-being, nutrition. It all depends what the person's values and what they're into. And this person's just really grounded. Could be a fitness coach, a gardener, a tree surgeon. But he's coming, bringing a very practical offer in. And it's putting you in this position. You've got some decisions to make. And this decision, it's bringing you fear. There's no way around it. But you're shining such a big light into that fear. And the outcome is just outstanding. It's very unoften you see 4 cards like that paired together. One of them, I'd be like, oh, don't worry about it. 4 of them, it's just such a happy outcome for you. And you're entering into such a good phase of your life, Scorpio. And your December readings were like this as well, weren't they? There was a massive change process going on. And it was all from fear to faith and to new life. So absolutely amazing. I don't know what else to say apart from keep doing what you've been doing. Just keep going. Don't listen to the dog. Don't listen to your fears. A small self that wants to keep you stuck and trapped. And I'm really looking forward to doing your yearly reading. As I said, I'll do yours first because you were last tonight and it's really dark and really exciting. I just wish that I knew what was actually happening in your life. I'm getting the theme of overcoming fear and moving forward. Choose life, Scorpio. That's what I'm saying. Choose life, because that's what these cards are saying. And I don't know what this relationship offer is. Let me know if you want, but it's all good and I'm so happy for you. Okay, I'll see you at the weekend when I do the yearlies, and I wish you all the best. I really do. Okay, bye.